Welcome, guys, to Holiday Edition. Hot takes, unless you agree.
Early holiday edition. It's
Well,
not
late.
not real holidays though. It's still Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's kind of like the ugly stepchild of holidays.
Yeah, it's the never mind.
Just because you can.
Yeah.
Holiday.
Just dress up for a day and then still have to work. Some people don't. Lucky people. Speaking of Thanksgiving, what do you what's one of your favorite Thanksgiving sides, dishes, whatever it is?
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit before. Green bean casserole, probably, or like a
Green-
good stuffing.
good stuffing. Well, what kind of stuffing do you like? Because there's different kinds.
What are the different kinds?
So there's, which I learned from my girlfriend, is that there's this like the British stuffing is like very dry. It's almost like bird feed kind of like texture, but it's you make it separate. Like it's not actual stuffing; it's just called stuffing.
Yeah.
Some people make it on the side, and then you have like the one that uses like the turkey grease and all this. Some people put it inside, you know, like a little bit creamier, you know.
I've never
or
put it.
or there's like one
inside.
that's like kind of like a casserole.
It's kind of like just like cornbread casserole, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, see, that's closer to the one that she describes. I prefer the borderline like thick gravy. That's how I would describe it. Like
no,
not thick gravy, but like it's
No, it's like chunky.
chunky gravy.
Stuffing's like chunky.
Yeah, that's how I like it. It just depends on how like what you put in it, how you prepare it.
Yeah, good creamy green bean casserole is good. Like I feel like this Thanksgiving is like a sides. Like
The sides, yeah.
Like turkey's okay, but like I don't know, you're not gonna eat like all turkey.
Yeah, what's the like? I think the only time I've ever had good turkey, like real good turkey,
It's hard.
is you can some people baste it, like inject it with like garlic butter and stuff like that, so it's like good. Smoked turkey.
You ever fried a turkey like that? Like
I don't know what that means. What does
like
that mean?
When you put it in the
No,
bucket,
I understand like the process, but like how the fuck does that change anything about like
it's
the
just
actual?
like juicier, I guess.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you can't even put.
It's
Like,
like,
you know,
it's like in a bucket of oil for like 7 hours, 6 hours, or
I guess
whatever.
you kind of have to do that because turkey's really dry, no matter
Yeah,
what.
that's like the hard part about cooking turkey. It's just like inherently dry.
Also
My
for-
mom is okay at it. She's had like really good ones and then some, whatever ones.
It's like impossible because it's just so much meat. You can never tell really.
You have to like, my mom like brines it for like 4 days, like puts it in a bucket of shit.
That's smart. Yeah.
And then it's like,
marinates in some.
yeah, I don't even know. It's just like bucket in the fridge,
Yeah.
like
No, it's-
Lowe's bucket.
Mac and cheese. You ever have smoked mac and cheese?
Mac and
Oh.
cheese is like, there's a long ways. Like there's really good, and then like you can make mac and cheese like horrendously.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures online recently. Everyone's like posting, and there's like.
Well, some people make it with like American cheese, and they think
put
it's
like
just like
slices
of
on
American
top.
cheese.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
so
dude,
whack.
come on. Velveeta's better than
Yeah,
that.
you could just bring Velveeta.
Just do that. Or, I mean, you can. Like,
I bet-
Aaliyah goes crazy with it. There's like 4 cheese. Like
I like
she makes her own.
breadcrumbs in my mac and cheese.
Not a big fan. Not a big fan. It's already enough, like carbs and like just. It's like
Yeah.
I like mine creamy, and I need like real creamy, like really this
Pour some milk in it.
like borderline craft mac and cheese is how I like it. But like obviously for Thanksgiving that's different.
No, Velveeta's like goated for sure.
Need that consistency. Also forgot what we were gonna bring up as the initial topic, so you can.
I thought they were talking about Thanksgiving.
Oh, we are okay. I was thinking that-
Or we're gonna.
Sorry,
I
I
don't
threw you.
remember
I threw you off. It was who's the greatest
Oh,
athlete
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, I guess we
who-
can talk about that now.
Yeah, why not?
Um,
Good transition.
So we talked about some guidelines, I guess, because like there's greatest athletes, pretty vague. So we were talking about like not necessarily, success,
Like
champions.
accolades, like it's outside of that. So you can't have Tom Brady. Tom Brady can't play basketball. Tom
Yeah,
Brady
he's not
can't,
like an
he's not-
athlete in
yeah.
the sense of athletic word.
Yeah,
But
but
so
also
we can
like,
talk about some like honorable mentions, and then kind of get in, or we can go first, like who we think is the best, and then talk about honorable mentions.
Who do you think is the best? Because I don't think you told me.
Yeah, just like, well,
Greatest athlete.
in terms of athletic ability, like could play any sport. Not anymore, but like 2013 LeBron,
Yeah.
he could play like any position. Like he was playing center at points in that Miami Heat run. He almost won. He's second in Defensive Player of the Year. I think he lost to Marc Gasol. who's, you know, a good defender too. But like he could easily be like one of the best tight ends in NFL, 6'9", fucking. He's not like Darnell Washington, but he's still pretty thick.
Yeah, yeah. Especially those Miami days. He was a big boy.
Yeah, he's like hefty.
He's like Eric Armstead, like six. I think he's like 6'7". Like he could be like a.
Yeah,
like
he
a
would.
decent-
I don't know. He's usually, even at his size, pretty fast. Jump high. Can't shoot that well, but what would you say yours is? I guess.
I think I mentioned it. Well, I mentioned it to you before. I would argue like Usain Bolt. I kind of realized that's like who I have. Just the speed factor. Every single competitive sport, like big sports, everybody always compares their speed to him, which in turn, I mean, like nobody's tested how high he can jump. I'm sure he can jump really high. He's a big guy, like 6'5", like ripped, just, you know, like athlete. Like that's just how I see it. And if you're gonna have across the board every single sport try to compare themselves to you, I feel like that speaks volumes.
Wouldn't you say like Bolt though? He's like pretty thin guy. He's not like strong per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Terms
And
of,
I don't,
athletic
but we
wise.
don't know how like strong he is. I'm sure he could probably compete. Like leg wise, like he's a sprinter, so he probably puts up numbers in that sense. I agree, but I think it's just compared to if you look specifically, especially in his like in the sprinter area, everybody's kind of like short and like I wouldn't say like thick, but like dense. Like especially the American guys, the ones that are like juicing, like
Yeah.
they all kind of, and he's just like a different kind of animal, and that's why he's the best at what he is, or was the best.
So at the same time though, like although the traits of the sport aren't that translatable, like Phelps, he was a beast. He's fastest, you know, in water.
Yeah, but that's just not like you can't compare it to any other other sport.
The skills
Literally
themselves
any
are
other
not
sport.
really transferable.
Yeah,
But just the raw like power. 'Cause
and
swimming is the like in terms of all around like body strength. Swimming probably is like the best.
yeah, I'm sure.
Like you have to use your legs, your
got
arms,
the biggest
your back.
lungs probably on the planet. Like, yeah, but that's just you can't apply it anywhere else. You can't look at him. You can't. There's never been a comparison of Cristiano Ronaldo to Usain Bolt. There has been like top speed for Ronaldo to Usain Bolt.
Yeah, it's easier to make the
Yeah,
comparisons.
I don't know
Another
what's
one that I had in mind though, not in like basketball, but like I guess it's like Deion Sanders or like Bo Jackson for sure because he multi-sport.
That's a good
both of
one.
those
That's a good
guys
one.
play like two sports,
That's
like literally.
Mhm. That might be actually
football and baseball for both of them.
and just like pure athleticism too.
Like,
just like
there's that
straight
clip
demon.
of Bo Jackson running up the outfield wall to like rob a home run.
Yeah.
It's like one of the craziest sports clips. But it's just sad because you know Bo didn't last that like the you know I
Yeah.
feel like especially back then like when you're too big for your own tendons and shit like
Yeah.
it's more sports science now. But
He got like a blood clot on his femur.
is that what happened?
Yeah, it was like his hip. He got a blood clot and it wasn't treated, so it just turned in. Well, it was. He had a tear. I'm pretty sure he had a tear. It was what tackled, and he like yanked himself out of it, like he's too strong, and it ripped the femoral artery or one of the arteries, and because it wasn't treated, I think it was like either it clotted or it was.
Yeah, it's avascular necrosis.
So it just died,
Oh, he didn't.
or it would have died.
He had a hip. Yeah, he would have because it
Yeah.
was like you're saying.
I'm saying like the
he got, like,
tissue was
sepsis,
dying.
yeah.
No. That's
But he had hip surgery and homered, and he didn't play football anymore. But he played baseball after.
Yeah. But
But obviously not the same.
that might be the craziest, honestly.
not the same athlete.
That or like Miles Garrett, maybe.
Yeah, we glaze Garrett a lot on this podcast, but he is on pace to break the all-time sack record this season, which would be insane.
Even Jacob texted me. He was like, "Do you?"
Yeah, he realized it. He told me about that. Like
Freak.
he,
freak.
in terms of just like, yeah, like we're saying, raw athleticism. I don't know if there's maybe like Lawrence Taylor, like in terms of like just fucking up like.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about it before. They're losing every game, so it's not like he has like they're running the ball, you know, to run the clock out. It's not like he has like X amount of opportunities that some of these other guys have. But he's getting 4 sacks. Like even versus the Pats, 4 sacks, 5
Crazy.
sacks, 6, like 3 sacks every game.
He can dunk too, and he's like 200. He's easily like 260.
Well, if you look at him, he's just ripped.
Huge.
Like he's like, it looks like a UFC fighter, heavyweight UFC
Like
fighter from
custom
or
built.
like Alistair Overeem back in the day.
Yeah, really, and he roided.
Yeah, he just had the weakest chin of all time. But I guess we can kind of transition. This during the games on Thursday, Dana, he announced the first UFC fights on the new Paramount deal. Shout out the guy in the comments corrected us. We forgot that.
Yeah, I felt like that was Mandela effect because we both thought it was Netflix.
We
At
both
some
thought it was
point,
Netflix.
It had to have been Netflix.
I feel like they
right?
had something. With, maybe it was just because the Jake Paul shit was on Netflix.
The wires crossed.
But he announced some new fights for the beginning of the year. We found out, oddly enough, that Topuria, I don't know if you know exactly what's going on.
Hey, he's taking time away.
But do you know why?
Why?
So during his rise to stardom, he met this like Miami babe in America and married, had a kid. I think they have 2 kids, or he has 2 kids. Maybe one is just with the model. And then after like, this part I'm not sure specific on why it happened or what happened, but now she's breaking up with him and taking like half his shit and shit like that, trying to take the kids.
Damn. Yeah, I would take time away though.
He has to like defend himself outside the ring.
Yeah, it's tough. He's not coming back. I feel like that's gonna be hard. He's probably gonna be tied up for a little while.
So he said he's not fighting in the first quarter of the year. So the first 3 months.
If he fights, I feel like that definitely defeats you. Like because you can't keep a clear mind. It's like I have to win this fight because half my money is gonna be gone. So like it's already like the vision's gone of being.
He's got to defend his household, I think is what he said, or his kids, because he tweeted about it, and Max Holloway replied like, "Yeah, man, I've been there. Like, do your thing.
Maybe.
Like, we'll be here when you get back." So what had happened? Dana announced there's going to be an interim title bout between Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. People had thought that Paddy would fight Ilya for the title, but I guess he was going to. But then another situation happened. So whoever wins this fight will fight for the title whenever Ilya if he returns sometime next year. I imagine they'll do like an April or like June type title fight. Summer is like pretty good for audiences and getting ratings. But yeah, it is weird considering the fight night that just happened where Arman dominated Dan Hooker. Everyone would have thought that Arman, the number 1 contender after winning, would fight Ilya, or at least the interim title fight.
He was number 1 when he fought Dan Hooker too, I think.
Yeah.
So he was just stayed.
So it's like it's weird that the number 4 and number 5 contender are fighting for the interim belt.
It's a better fight. I mean, it's just overall.
That's what the rumors were.
It's AIDS. It's stupid. Like it doesn't make sense on paper. Like in terms of just like
both of those guys.
The number 1 contender should be just automatic interim, like in this conversation. But you also have to understand it's like a business. You want to have a better fight. Also, Gaethje, I don't know, like if that's a better fight.
He's had exciting fights.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in terms of like I don't know why they considered that be the draw.
So what the rumors that I heard,
Paddy brings the crowd. So like even if it was Arman, but like the mismatch in style, but UFC probably doesn't want to lose Paddy. Like they kind of lost O'Malley.
Yeah. So the rumors that I saw through various kind of sources, like Ariel Helwawi or whatever his name is.
Ben for life, UFC.
Yeah, and there's a couple other guys on Twitter talking about it, because this is the first card of the Paramount deal, and whether you agree with it or not, grapplers are bad, for business in terms of.
Do you think Paramount made the call?
So people think for at least the first couple, like the first cards they announced, Dana needs them to be bangers. Yeah. So Paramount.
It's a 5-year deal.
At least, but they want to feel comfortable and that they made the right choice, with money and stuff. True. Kind of just going over the rest of the card. Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes title fight. Amanda Nunes, super popular.
Yeah, that's fine.
Beast.
It's a good women's fight.
Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. I don't know if I said that right, but O'Malley, exciting fighter.
Cool. I forgot about him.
And then Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. just like the fucking biggest humans you ever see. Just because they don't really wrestle. Like I don't know if you saw Waldo.
No, it's just like a 2-round fight, one way or another. Either
Someone's
it's like
gonna
the
get
last
knocked out,
dead, or they just like don't do anything for the last round because
And
they're
then-
tired.
yeah, but you know Derek Lewis with
Oh,
the
yeah,
interviews and shit.
Yeah,
And then
it's a good draw.
last kind of
Big names.
No, it's like this card stacked. Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva, like the Fighting Nerds. His first loss he had, so it's kind of the rebound
They
fight.
all lost.
Well, not Paredes is like the only
Yeah,
good
he's
one
the only
now.
one, but I mean,
And the other interesting fight, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davidson Figueiredo. I don't know if I said that right. But yeah, Magomedov, I think he's coming off a loss as well. Let me make sure.
I think he got a decision loss.
No, he...
He won?
oh yeah, he lost to Merab. But then he won his last fight. He's the number one contender in that division. But Merab's, just impossible to beat. I don't know if you remember. It was the first fight of the year this year, January. I think it was the first card. He just laid on him.
Yeah.
The Merab style fight. But
tough.
still, like,
That's
it's number one contender fighting number 6 contender. Like one of the first fights on the card. So super stacked.
That's crazy.
A lot of, like I said, a lot of more boxer style fighters, not like
No.
grapplers, ground game.
Stand and bang, as they say in UFC 4 or whatever the video game is. Or 5.
Yeah, so it's
Nice.
so people think they made it like that on purpose just so, they're exciting fights for the first Paramount deal. The other one they announced a week later. It's crazy. January 24th, that card, and then the literally next Saturday is this card, Volk versus Diego Lopez 2, which should be an interesting fight. They haven't announced anything else from that card, I think, but that will be like the main event title fight, Volk defending the belt. The last time they fought was a pretty good fight, although, you could see Volk, he's a champion for a reason.
He was more technical. It was that was a good fight. I think Lopez takes it this time. My mic
Really?
upside down.
You think Volk's just kind of going to wash out?
Yeah, I think it's just time. I don't know. He's been rocked. I also don't think he really cares anymore because it's like
really
losing
rocked
it,
his
and
shit.
then, or maybe if he wins, he retires. For him, he's got a pretty successful like YouTube channel and like TikTok and everything. Like
Yeah, he's kind of like him and Mighty Mouse are the UFC YouTube guy. No, they don't do it together, but
yeah, honestly, it's pretty entertaining. He'll like cook like random stuff like in the middle of the desert.
really?
Yeah, it's really
Australian,
entertaining.
right?
Yeah, he's cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool show. He cooks pretty well. Like it looks like pretty well.
And then we
He's a
got
good
one
shot.
more card to finish out this year, or main card, UFC 323, sorry. I think it's this Saturday. We're recording
it's
this
Saturday. December 4th,
6th,
6th, close enough. that
next
weekend.
Saturday. Merab versus Peter Yan 2.
Banger.
I don't know. Merab kind of cooked his shit the last time. Merab is minus 500, just so you can see that. And then another
Just gotta
title.
catch him. You just gotta catch him with one.
Yeah, but he's like just dumb strength. Like just like he doesn't. Even if you rock him, isn't like his brain.
Yeah, he is
doesn't
like an
have a
idiot.
brain.
There's
really.
not much going on there. It's like, yeah.
Pantoja versus your guy Joshua Van could be an exciting fight. I feel like Pantoja's just gonna get
It's
him to
another
the
one. I
ground.
just want Van of Rock.
Yeah, because it is like both of these title fights are like clashing styles. Like, not that Jan isn't a wrestler, but he's not to the same extent as Merab.
Yeah.
And Van, he is not a wrestler
No.
at all. And Pantoja is kind of like a.
But Van is like so fast to where it's like it's almost dangerous to dive.
That last
at
fight
his
he
legs.
had was super sick.
He's so good. I've been watching it.
Or the
I've been
last
watching
2
it
or
since
3 fights.
Unranked, dude. That's like
Yeah.
I told Aaliyah. I was like, this is my new guy.
And he
Just been
fights
watching.
like every month,
Yeah, he
which
doesn't
is
care.
like really sick because
He
like
goes.
some guys don't fight on purpose. They don't like the matchup. But yeah, Van, he fought March 8th, UFC 131 decision. June 7th, knocked out Silva in the first round. I think it was the first round. No, maybe it was the third round.
Mhm.
June 7th. And then he fights June 28th,
Yeah.
3 weeks later, versus Royval and another unanimous decision. So it's crazy, like the meteoric rise he's been on. And his fights are super entertaining.
Yeah.
He fucks people up,
Yeah.
even for being like a bantamweight. I mean, a flyweight.
It's just so fast. It's like once you get a fast guy, everybody's
It's
fast.
like fast with
but he's
power.
like, yeah, exactly. So it's entertaining because you can see that they feel it at least, even if he's knocking.
Or you see the sweat flying.
Yeah.
And then Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot, Frank Ocean's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if they're still dating, but Talbot's been on a also similar rise. And Henry is it Cejudo?
Cejudo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cejudo. He's kind of like on his comeback tour.
Which, I mean, he's like 38.
Yeah,
so like,
he is 38. He lost his last 3 fights ever since he lost to Aljamain a couple years ago.
Good for him to stay, like, he's like in the conversation somehow. Nobody wants to watch him fight. I think he is like
he's 5'4".
They just like give him to the guys as like a warm-up fight. To like,
yeah,
just like maybe some draw. And like probably if he loses this one, he's probably not going to get booked on like a main card or any of that. I doubt he'll want to fight because he retired for like 2 years.
He was,
and he came back.
It was 3 years almost to the day. So it's kind of crazy. Well, I don't know what happened to him really, but
he won. He beat
Dominic Cruz for the belt.
Yeah, and then I think he held it, and then he retired, and then came back.
Lost to Aljamain.
But he had to like obviously he gave up the belt.
Yeah,
but he retired.
If you don't fight for 3 years, they're taking that.
I mean, John Jones. He kept it for a long time, and then
that's
just
John
like
Jones.
Yeah, but I mean, Cejudo's pretty dominant. His thing is like the gold medals and all that.
Yeah,
like, he has like 3 gold medals. And then he came back and then just wasn't. I mean, you take that much time.
He's a pretty well-rounded fighter.
He got fat too. He's mostly a wrestler.
He's more like. But he's pretty well-rounded. He still gets a lot of significant strikes. But he is 38. Like I thought he would just keep doing the podcast with Mighty Mouse, but he's still training. Yeah. That's a good training partner to have, Mighty Mouse for sure. To have him on your side.
Him in your corner.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet.
So like from now until.
Never forget the mid-air armbar. I'm pretty sure like. That was sick.
Next 2 months, we're definitely getting spoiled with some good. Even like the fight night recently, like the end of the year has had some heat for UFC wise.
Yeah. I wonder if they're just trying to either. I mean, I don't even know. Like you were saying with the Paramount deal, this card does seem like they just want some kind of excitement, some draw for people. It's going to be subscription based. I got to see the layout of the contract. Have they said anything about it?
What?
Of like how you're gonna get the pay-per-views?
Yeah, I think it's just like
because if it's gonna be like another subscription or like ESPN, and then you have to like buy the pay-per-view through Paramount now, like that'll be stupid. I'll pay $30 a month for Paramount to get like 3 weeks of fighting, pretty much.
It's just if you have a standard Paramount Plus subscription, there's no extra charge.
That's
crazy.
You
just have to have the premium. The standard Paramount Plus. All numbered events and fight nights will be included. There's no more pay-per-view.
That's insane. That's really crazy, actually.
So let me see how much the deal was, because it
was like 2.5 billion or something.
That makes sense, because like UFC makes bank. 7.7 billion, 7 years.
Close.
Jesus Christ.
Longer than I thought and more than I thought. Yeah, but
well, it's kind of similar. 5 billion for 5 years, or 7 for 7. Yeah. We're almost 8.
Well, I said 2.5. But
7 years from 2026 to 2033. Kids these days are spoiled, because I remember having to beg my dad to fucking buy the fights, and it's like,
dude, I still have to buy the fights. I currently had to buy the fights.
I always just watch them online.
Dude, the buffering is so bad.
You
couldn't watch an O'Malley fight illegally if you wanted to. Like you're. Just
I remember one time we did watch it. I don't know. I don't think it was. Maybe it was at Trevor's bachelor party.
Allegedly, I didn't watch anything during Trevor's bachelor party.
Yeah, we had the fight on. With Jack Della Magdalena, he beat Bilal.
Dude, I do not remember that.
Trevor's bachelor party. Anton doesn't remember. I wonder what happened.
Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah, I do. I was thinking his wedding, because I'm pretty sure there was a fight night at his wedding too.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was then or at the Brib. We were watching it and like buffered, and then it came back and someone just like
yeah,
like
on the ground. I think that's the Brib. It's terrible.
I think that was the Holloway when they're like this. I think that was.
Oh, with Gagey?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. We were like, and then it buffered. We're like, no, and they were just like dead.
Yeah. He's got to pay for those, man.
It is better for sure. But
it's just so easy, especially like. It's stupid. I watch everything on a PlayStation, and PlayStation doesn't let you stream to it. And it doesn't have a browser.
Really?
Yeah, unless it's so. The only way I can do anything for my PlayStation is if it's through the app. So like literally, I can't watch unless it's connected to my TV. That's the only way I watch TV. And my TV is Sony. Same rules. Can't stream to it unless you have a Sony device.
That's why Samsung's the best for TVs.
Yeah. I mean, but whatever. I can use my Sony remote for my PlayStation, which is kind of sick.
That is kind of cool.
TV remote. All right, let's get into the
nitty-gritty. Now NFL. We're recording this post Black Friday, so we've got a lot to go over. Kind of just start real quickly with Week 12. A lot of crazy games. Thursday Night Football, Bills lost to the Texans. I really just have to stop talking about the Bills because I remember last time I was like, this is a game which Bills should win no matter what. It was a close game. It was a kind of exciting game. Texans D-line was just going savage on the Bills O-line. Will Anderson throwing people. Josh Allen, I think he sacked career high like 7 or 8 times.
What was the trade that Will Anderson was part of? Who was it?
So when they drafted Stroud, I believe it was 2nd overall or 3rd overall.
And he was right back to back.
It was so Panthers got Bryce, I think, first, then Texans got Stroud 2nd. Cardinals had the 3rd draft pick, but they traded a future first. And they traded a lot to jump back in to take Will Anderson. And like usually it's a bad deal, people analytically, because you're giving up so many assets for a guy
who hasn't played.
He hasn't played, and we've seen a lot of busts. In our time watching NFL draft, but yeah, he definitely cleared the value that they gave up. He's not as good as like Garrett, but he's different kind of. He's a little bit smaller, but he's still like aggressive, mauler kind of guy.
He's decent in coverage too. Like he's not terrible.
He's just a super athletic freak. Yeah. He's just a little smaller than Garrett. But yeah, him and Daniel Hunter. I was talking to Jacob.
That's a freak, dude.
Daniel Hunter, he might be like top 25 pass rusher all time.
I don't know his stats. He played for the Vikings, right?
Yeah, he was a beast then. Had a little down year with I forget where he went after. And then Texans, he's just same deal. And he's like older. And he's still like, I think he already has 10 sacks this year.
It's another guy. He just looks like he's on steroids. Like he's just like a freak.
Just
you have zero body fat, like 280 pounds.
Let me see his stats. He's 31, so he's not that old.
He's got time. Good, like pass rushers get like 5 more years probably.
As long as you're technically sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he sat out because of COVID. That's what it was. They didn't change teams. But yeah, he has where is it? 11 sacks this year, 12 last year, 16 and a half the year before that, 10 and a half the year before that. He had 6 the year after COVID, but that's after a year off. And in 2019, 14 and a half, year before 14 and a half, 7, 12 and a half, 6 to start his career. So he's always getting sacks. In 2023, he led the leagues in tackle for loss, 23. So he's just like all over the place. And especially Will Anderson, learning from him.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Especially with Will Anderson's physical traits. But yeah, it was kind of fucked up. Bills had a chance to win the game at the end, but Josh Allen had no time, just kind of threw it up. It got picked. There was OPI anyway on the play, so it's not like it would have mattered. Definitely frustrating game, at least for me to watch. We were at Ailes, and I had to like run home to go watch the game and just be mad. Thank God I didn't watch it. I would have been so pissed at the bar. And Billy's birthday.
Tragic.
That's funny, Billy, with that shot.
Birthday weekend.
If your friends have a birthday, just ask the bartender for Bailey's. Say like 75% Bailey's and 25% lime juice. It's called cement mixer. It's just like a nasty booger shot, but it's their birthday. They have to take it. Kind of moving on. Colts Chiefs, crazy OT game. Colts are kind of up big early. It was like 14-0, and then Chiefs came right back. Me and Anton, I think Anton told you to take Chiefs 3.5. So classic podcast fashion. I took it, and Chiefs only won by 3, and I was so pissed.
Dude, Vegas called.
I know, Vegas knew.
Make sure it's recording real quick.
I would have won a parlay if Chiefs held on. Or Chiefs covered. But it's a crazy game because they figured out that Daniel Jones has a fractured fibula and he's playing through it.
Dang.
They didn't say like how big the fracture was, but it's still kind of crazy. Fibula is a pretty important bone, you know.
Mm-hmm. So is that your shin?
I think so.
Yeah.
But they say he's fine. He just hasn't missed a game. Does it kind of? It was in Arrowhead as well, I'm pretty sure. But you think it's crazy because Dan Jones had no, like weeks 1 through 7, he was like perfect, and now last like week 8 through 12, now he's been kind of ass.
Let's see. It's just I don't know. It's
Hey.
tough.
Don't do that.
I feel like if Jonathan Taylor gets going, like
Yeah, he
early
didn't
on,
do anything in the Chiefs game.
I feel like that's very, like he depends on that a lot because then it softens defense, you know. I don't know. I really don't have much of an opinion on it. I think we got to see what happens.
You got more on the Chiefs later.
Well, the Chiefs.
Giants, Lions this week, another crazy OT game. Jameis and Wan'Dale Robinson were going ballistic. And it's sad. We talked about this a little bit earlier. It's sad. Jameis, unfortunately, has been announced going back to the backup. Dart is healthy. But Jameis definitely bought himself a job next year somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
On a QB needy team. Something like we talked about the Vikings, I could see just taking a swing. Like
Yeah, why not?
kind of similar to signing Darnold. We just keep him, you know, maybe if he starts, he starts. But they definitely can't keep starting McCarthy.
Yeah, especially if he goes to the Vikings. There's enough weapons there to where, like, even if he plays bad, like, maybe some of the other players could, like, make up for it. Like, it's not like if he stayed on the Giants.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's not much you can do. Like, even if he has a...
It was crazy, though, that they were in the game. Lions, kind of, more on them later, too. Kind of a weird season so far for them. Keeping on with the recap, Shedeur Sanders, finally his first start. We did have some crazy ideas for props. I know I said 2 touchdowns passing, which he almost had. Isaiah Bond got like tackled at the 1 on one of his. It was actually pretty perfect deep ball rolling out right on the run, perfect kind of arc on the money. And then it was funny. His only passing touchdown was literally like a negative 5-yard dump off, and the running back took it the whole way. But they beat the Raiders.
Doesn't really say much, though, to me. Also, his stat line wasn't that great. I'm pretty sure he threw
wasn't
like
that crazy,
like 200-something yards. Like.
But it's still like he looked, you know, it wasn't like he was physically outmatched. And
no.
He threw a pick, you know, he's a rookie, but he looked like he could belong in the league. They announced he's already starting next week versus the Niners. So we'll see how it goes.
That'll be the real test, whether or not he's a permanent backup for life, or if he
Niners
just put
defense
up, like,
isn't that great, but you know they're still
enough.
the Niners.
Yeah.
There's Salah, who's a good defensive coordinator. So Sanders, at least he didn't like go out and throw 5 picks. Everybody would be fucking dogging him, and he would never have probably opportunity again. It was funny. I saw a clip at the Sanders house for Thanksgiving. Shiloh Sanders, his brother, did the prayer. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was like...
He's like, please, God, let Shedeur have a lot of success so the Browns can sign me too, and maybe I can wear number 21. And Shadeur's like, no, that's Denzel Ward's number. You're not getting that shit. He's like, okay, at least maybe 28 too. It's like, poor Shiloh. It's like, it's probably hard being like, because he's a safety and he's kind of ass too. I don't know if you saw, he like versus I think it was versus the Bills in preseason. He was on the Bucks. And he got like into a fight. And cut him after that.
Yeah. Do you, bro?
But yeah, and your dad is like one of the greatest DBs of all time, and you're like ass safety. It's probably hard.
Yeah, I should have picked right. He was like, I'm not gonna try and do this.
Yeah. So it's just cool to see Shedeur have some success after everything that happened in the off season. Then briefly, Monday Night Football, the Panthers-Niners, kind of a shit show. 5 interceptions total in the game. Panthers had their opportunities, but just would not run the ball with Dowdle.
Dude, I watched that whole game with Aaliyah's grandparents. It's a Panthers household. And I don't even care about this game. I'm just like watching it. So fucking stupid.
They're on like third and goal at the 1, and they're just throwing crazy passes.
Yeah, dude. Like Canales is like, I made this argument with the Packers, and I keep repeating it. The Panthers do the same thing where the Packers figured it out. Dude. Rico's averaging 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
6 yards a carry. You give him 10 carries or whatever. It was
got
like six carries the whole
yeah.
game. And then you bring Chuba in. I mean, like, whatever.
Chuba had a lot of runs.
It wasn't even bad, but, like, what are you doing? Why would your first drive goes so far? It takes so much time, more than 7 minutes. No, that was the 49ers. The 49ers. 49ers took more. But, like, still, like, it was like they were going down the field. And then Bryce throws the pick, right?
He threw 3 picks.
No, but the one you're talking about on the 1 yard line. Whatever they got.
Yeah.
Whatever happened there, like, dude, why? Like, why are you? They constantly do this. And then the play calls they were calling for Bryce, it was like he went from where I said they need to give him easy play calls so that it's like you just get rhythm. It's not that like the pressure isn't crazy. He knows who he needs to throw to. Now they're like, only throw it to your first read.
T-Mac.
Like it's literally just like throw it to the one guy.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
T-Mac
they catch
one
it.
That turned into a pick.
Sometimes they catch it. Sometimes the guy's covered and you're still throwing to the guy, or you miss the pass. He literally, I'm pretty sure I didn't see his head go. Like he snaps it, looks at one guy the entire time. I didn't see him just adjust at all. No, like I don't know what they're doing with it. They're like they went, dude, ball like gunslinger, let him do his thing. To like, you can't even call an audible, and then you don't let him look across the field. Clearly, I mean, he might have like the jitters or something. Like he just maybe didn't feel confident enough to, I don't know, just like he probably didn't get enough time. The vision's not there. But like, what are we doing?
They could win the division.
They could, and I really hope they do. But I mean, what happens when you go to the playoffs? You play like a real team. You don't play.
It was funny as fuck. I don't know if you remember the play. XL kind of comeback route. And he literally just like stepped out of bounds, it's like 3 feet, and didn't even notice. I was like, bro, XL is not an NFL wide receiver.
He's just, I don't know what's going on. I think he practices with the team.
And then like Coker's still nowhere to be found or to be found. Coker,
yeah,
he was a pretty hype guy in the off season.
Dude, shout out somebody that's not subscribed to this channel at the moment, but try to trade me Coker 5 times.
It's just literally T-Mac and then like whatever tight end goes off that day. Like Tremble went off, versus the Falcons recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like Dowdle, when they win, Dowdle has like 250 yards. It's like, how do you not realize like that's
just
your
just run the ball with whoever you have. If the run is working, just give it to the running back. If your quarterback throws 3 interceptions, give it to the running back. Pretty simple. You're like, I don't understand what the dilemma there is.
Yeah. So moving on to we had some really good Thanksgiving games. It was insane, including the Black Friday, 4 games, all upsets. There were some pretty big dogs, like -7, like 7.5 spreads. So that's like plus like 200 to 300 odds. Like if you made a parlay with all the underdogs, it would have went crazy. Mm-hmm. It started at 1 this Thanksgiving, which is weird. Usually it kind of starts at 12, but either way, Packers kind of just dominated the Lions. I know Amon-Ra got hurt kind of early. I think it was kind of between his first or second quarter. I think it was first quarter. It was
first quarter, like the second play. The second play to him.
Yeah, he got rolled up on a run play. They said it's low ankle sprain, so it's not like season ending or IR worthy, but he's going to miss maybe a game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was like classic Jordan Love game, probably the best game he's played all year.
Yeah.
Just throwing really bombs to Watson, and then kind of in the red zone, Wicks just like zig routes and stuff. But when Wicks finally caught it, he's had his hands issues.
Josh Jacobs played well.
He didn't really do much either.
But he just got enough.
Like 10 points.
Yeah.
Just fantasy, like 80 yards rushing. Kind of just, we got the first downs when they needed them to.
That's all you really need is just run on first down, get enough yards to where it's like 2nd and 5, and then it's manageable. Playbook opens.
Yeah.
They could expect a run.
Especially with Kraft out, it kind of finally looked like they figured out kind of who they needed to pass to.
Watson's in his element. I got to say that.
Especially considering he came back from an ACL tear in 9 months. Came back early. Mm-hmm. And they usually say the year after you come back is like the year, but he's not. Like he's playing better than he's ever played in the NFL.
He's got hands now.
He's just like every deep ball he catches, like
so
contested.
Good. It's literally like that deep ball, the touchdown that he got.
Yeah,
is literally a almost exact replay of the Rodgers one, like his rookie year, because it was like high expectations, and he just dropped it and just like went through his hands. But like now he's locked in, the team's locked in. Looks like everybody's having fun. Micah Parsons balling out.
It's crazy. Versus Detroit, he has his two best games of the season,
Yeah.
divisional games, important games.
He was, dude, that one play where he like ran through the center, that was crazy.
It was crazy. The
just-
Lions, yeah, they announced that their Frank Ragnow was coming out of retirement, their center from last year. I don't know if you saw this.
Yeah.
And then today they announced he's not coming back because he has a grade 3 hamstring sprain. And if you
Try to practice one time.
if you know about hamstring strains, grade 3 is when your hamstring rips the complete rupture.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how he didn't know, or yeah, maybe it happened in like
Probably
their
just being
first
stagnant
practice.
for so long, just like maybe like working out casually, and then you get like one explosive play against a D tackle. I've been on the other side of that, like in high school.
It's
One of
tough.
our tackles, he was Division 1. He went to Houston, and I was like second string, so I would go up like I was like the B team. So they would practice against me, and I was a defensive end. And there was one play I was like, I came off the line like super fast. I was like, hell yeah, good rep. I get to him, he just like pushes me, like he like just puts enough force on me, and I just feel literally my hamstring, because he pressed down and like my leg was like, oh. And like it's probably the same situation. He probably got one live rep, and he wasn't prepared for like the power that the other guys have, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
one of those
Especially
moments.
like what you said, that play against the center, they really needed him to come back, and it's tough.
Sign Kelsey or something.
Yeah.
He'd probably blow up if you had him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that guy's
it's
just-
pretty tough. Like I said, Lions, and if you have Amon-Ra, we have a guy in our league who traded some picks to get Amon-Ra, and like he needed to win this week to make the playoffs, and Amon-Ra big ol' 0. It's hard to win with that in your lineup.
Yeah.
Next game was probably the game of the day or the weekend in terms of like just quality. Chiefs, Cowboys. Cowboys looking nice. It's hard not to say that after beating the Eagles and the Chiefs, both Super Bowl teams in back-to-back weeks. And it's not even like they're running the ball, and Pickens didn't even have a crazy game versus the Chiefs.
No.
It was all CD.
He fumbled, got recovered.
Which is good to see CD back after he had the horrific game versus the Eagles. It was like 12 targets, like 6 drops or something. But yeah, Chiefs came back, down 3, 28-31. Cowboys get the ball. Chiefs just needed a 3 and out or something like that, stop them. But the Cowboys, they got every first down they needed. It was kind of tough because now the Chiefs 6-6, same record as the Panthers, if you want to put it that way.
And that's a competitive. I mean, like I don't think they're. Gonna
And it's
make it.
tough because they lost to the Bills, Jags, and Chargers already, and those are like the teams that are around the wild card. So it's like they don't win any tiebreakers either. So they're probably gonna have to win out, and they still play the Chargers and Broncos again, I'm pretty sure.
It's possible. I don't really see. I feel like every team kind of. They're not as good as they should be. I think there's a lot of like the receivers aren't as great. I mean, Rashee Rice
is a beast.
he's a beast, but but he came in.
Worthy
I mean,
regressed for sure.
Yeah, he did. And I mean, Hollywood Brown.
Whatever.
What are you gonna do, dude? Just run it straight. Congratulations. But not having like a stable running back situation hurts a team. Just overall, Mahomes isn't
Yeah,
playing.
they signed
as
Damian
great.
Pierce. Like random.
Throwback. Texans legend.
Mahomes playing good. It's just
He's not playing that great. I feel like he's just a lot of. He doesn't seem as like maybe it's the offensive line. Maybe that's what I'm
They
thinking.
suck
Like, it's
too.
just a lot of pressure, so he doesn't seem like he's settling down into the games like he should be. Like comes out and it's like, all right, now we gotta. And because you don't have a run, the offensive line sucks. It's like you
Well,
don't
it's
have anything,
Kareem
so you
Hunt.
just gotta launch.
Kareem Hunt and Pacheco are like
Yeah.
pretty mid. And the other
Pacheco,
rookie,
I don't know what's up with
rookie
Pacheco.
OT Josh Simmons, he was out for a while with personal stuff. Played, I think, versus the Colts. They won. Fractured his wrist versus the Cowboys, so he's probably out for the year. So that's just another tackle. It's crazy because they traded Thuney to the Bears before the year, and now their guards suck. So you could just kept him. It is looking like, though, they're going to miss the playoffs, unfortunately, or fortunately, if you think about
Oh
it.
yeah, it's gonna be sick to watch a playoff without the Chiefs.
I think Anton's going to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
I'll be right back. And we're back. So yeah, it's Chiefs probably missing the playoffs. It kind of reminds me a little bit of not all the way at the end for the Packers, but those later Aaron Rodgers years where they're fringe kind of playoff teams, like the relax year. And I guess they did miss the playoffs his last year there. But yeah, and then it's like, do they get rid of Andy Reid now?
No.
He's not having the best year in terms of coaching offense stuff.
I think they just aged out of it. That's kind of just what happened. I mean, Kelsey, it's great to have like prime Kelsey and Tyreek.
That's what I heard. They're maybe looking to get Tyreek back.
That's a waste of time and
this
money.
offseason, just
What
as
is
a
he gonna do?
reunion,
What did he do?
last
He
dance.
snapped his ankle. So I mean, I guess he could be back to decent shape, but he's gonna be what?
It's like
30,
broken ankle is not like a
32?
tendon. You know, you can
Yeah.
still run fine.
But you also don't run for 4 months.
No, don't get me wrong. It is like, what are the odds that Tyreek has stuff left in the tank after what we saw in Miami? But you know, it's familiarity. Yeah, Kelsey, I don't know if he has another year in him. He's having a great year, but still, you know.
It's not the same. It's not. And then again, Rashee Rice coming back essentially halfway through the season doesn't help you. I don't know. The play calling probably was affected by that. You just got to change the schemes. No running back. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want
it's
them
gonna
to
be weird.
in the playoffs, so I don't really care. So.
Yeah, and it sucks that the one year the Bills kind of are sucked too is the Chiefs aren't going to make playoffs, and like that's the only reason the Bills haven't made it to the Super Bowl is because they always lose to the Chiefs. But and then the last game for Thanksgiving, Burrow, Dark Knight came back first game. He came back way earlier than people thought he would from his turf toe.
I saw a post that
Like
was
the worst turf toe ever.
0 championships, 7 nicknames.
Yeah, he does. He's like, I don't know. When he's there, he usually plays well. He didn't have the best game ever, but it was like the Bengals defense destroyed Lamar and the Ravens.
Showed up for Burrow, I think. I think just having
like 4
your leader
takeaways,
coming
5
back.
takeaways.
Yeah, and 3 fumbles. That one likely fumble is crazy.
Diving for the goal line.
He slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
He just fumbled.
It was like
it didn't. Well, he got hit.
Well,
and
he was going to extend it, and he hit his arm, and he had
it was
no
crazy.
support.
Aaliyah's like, "Is that a touchdown?" I'm like, "No, it's not." She's like, "Why?" I'm like,
It was like the DeMarcado, almost not the same scenario, but just like the ball comes loose before the goal line. And Lamar also had the one where he just threw it at the ground and fumbled. It was Lamar's had such a weird.
Looney
He's
Tunes
playing hurt or something.
turnovers.
He doesn't look the same.
Well, he probably doesn't want to get re-hurt, so he's playing very like gingerly. He did run a lot though. I was surprised by how much he ran.
Yeah, but I think it was more out of necessity than
maybe. Zay Flowers is just dead. I guess
he
doesn't
0.6
exist.
points.
Doesn't exist. They have 3 tight ends. I guess that's all they've
Kohler got some catches. Like who the fuck is
even
that
Mark
guy?
Andrews. Mark Andrews got targeted I had a bet on him, but he got targeted a good bit. I mean, that's their only thing they look at. I don't even know who. I mean, Hopkins got a couple catches.
He out of nowhere. He was like ranked in the top 10 in PFF wide receivers, even though he's barely played this year. It's kind of goofy
probably
to watch.
Gets open. Probably just don't see him.
So yeah, everyone thought Lamar coming back would kind of take them to the division lead. It's a super ugly loss for them. Bengals now they're talking about if they went out, they could make the playoffs.
Maybe.
Which would be like horrible for the AFC, because I don't know, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, like nobody wants to play against those guys. But they still got to go through the Steelers. Steelers at 6-5.
How do you feel about players playing with like grills in? How do you like?
I don't know. I would be concerned because you just break your grill.
Yeah, swallow a diamond.
Or something.
People say like if a diamond could pop up and you chew on it by accident, it just shatters your teeth. I think it looks pretty cool though. CD had like fangs, like it's only the back. There's like a shot of him like smiling, just like glistening and like in the face mask.
Yeah, it's like Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib. Like, it's like if you didn't want me to snatch your chain, then don't wear it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like Lamar puts a mouth guard over it.
It's like play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it, but yeah, like I probably wouldn't do it.
That's pretty sick. I would.
It's kind of like the Jordan cleats to me. It's like they look cool, but they're not necessarily like good for your ankles and shit.
They're too. I know what you mean.
No support.
They're not like carbon fiber Nike Vapor cleats. Like,
yeah.
They're like. All right.
So that was so they say, like I said, Burrow could make the playoffs. They're 4-8. Bengals are that's the Bengals record. Ravens 6-6. Steelers 6-5. But they all play each other. So it's gonna be an interesting race to see that division, especially now that everyone's healthy. Except I guess Rodgers now is the only not healthy one.
Yeah,
Small
that's not
fracture in
real.
his left wrist, but
That's
they said he'll play this week. But kind of finishing up the games, the holiday games. Bears Eagles. Everyone is saying the Bears are going to get exposed because they've always won games by slim margins. But 8-3 now, kind of dominated. Not going to lie, the Eagles looked really horrible.
They just always look horrible. They really have.
Their games are always the worst games of the week.
So it's like, what do you expect?
AJ Brown finally went off.
Because
And a
Devontae
loss.
got hurt, and then
I
he
don't
got
know.
like 5 catches on that same drive,
I don't know what was going on with him. They said he got hurt in practice or something, and he was sick.
and he got smushed up on. Like he got tackled, and like his arm went numb. He was
Yeah.
like right off the field.
But he came back in.
Yeah.
So people were like saying that AJ Brown was probably happy either way because you got his stats and like 2 touchdowns, I think.
No.
But Hurts, he was sailing passes, throwing them into the dirt, like everywhere in between. I know it was windy, but this their home stadium. You figure they'd be somewhat used to it.
Yeah.
Like Elliott was missing kicks like crazy, like shanks and wind carried. So people are saying the Cowboys might win that division. So there's a lot of crazy witching hour it's coming down to.
Yeah. It is,
Witching month.
it's gonna be interesting. Bears at the same time didn't impress me at all.
They just ran down their
It's-
throats.
If you could just, I mean, but that speaks more of the Eagles versus like DeAndre Swift getting to 130 rushing yards, and then.
Yes,
Money
but that was a
guy.
revenge game for him because I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember before they got Saquon. I think he was there.
Yeah.
And they kind of they're like, "Fuck you, we got Saquon now," which is like
Yeah.
fair.
'Cause I think he asked for money, and they're like, nah.
But Nungai though, he looks really good for a rookie at least.
But it's against the team that Swift also ran. So it's like you got to take it with a grain of salt. Caleb, nah, I mean I don't.
He didn't look that great in that game, but
Yeah.
he did what he needed to do. He got with his legs like key third downs to kind of ice the game. And it's all we're not going to talk about it too much because it's for next week's episode, but it all sets up for 4:25 in Green Bay next week. Bears Packers. Right now they have Packers 5.5-point favorites, which is interesting. But 9-3 versus 8-3-1. It's pretty. They play each other twice still, so.
Yeah.
It's a good start because that division, like I said, there's a lot of crazy divisional races. The Lions are there too, kinda, but they're kind of like on the down.
Yeah, it's good. I honestly, like, as a Packers fan, I hate Lions, I think, more because of
Because the Bears have always been kind of ass.
the Bears been ass, and I don't like Caleb.
You don't like Caleb?
No, I didn't like DJ Moore either because he's kind of like.
Yeah, my Eagles friend was texting me yesterday. My boss, one of my managers, he was like, "I don't think I like football anymore. It's just not cool
Just
anymore."
gave up. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it's Eagles tough stretch, and I was like, "Yeah, you're getting twerked on by Caleb, which you know what that means."
Yeah.
So kind of going into the rest of the games in the week because it's kind of a weird, split. We're recording this Saturday, so we still got some games. Nothing super crazy on the docket in terms of like must-see TV, but there are some decent games. Like we'll get into it briefly because I don't want to talk about it for long. Bills Steelers, pretty
Cool game.
for the AFC. It's a good game. Bills are down both their offensive tackles versus TJ Watt, which is like he's pretty good
Yeah.
too. So having your 2 backup tackles, and I think Highsmith might be playing. He's a pretty good guy too. Shout out UNCC. He went there.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 4:25 game, which is kind of strange for an East Coast, but it's in Pittsburgh Stadium, road game.
They got to
Bills-
fill up the schedule. Yeah.
Bills haven't been really that great on the road, so we'll see what happens there. Don't want Rodgers, I think, will play from his left wrist, small fracture. Just missed 1 week. Although Rudolph didn't look too bad. He's making some decent plays. Let me make sure.
I'll watch that game. That's gonna be fun. If he does play, that'll be cool. I'm not watching if it's Rudolph. So.
I don't know if DK is playing, if they announced it yet, because he kind of came out of the last game. No, they haven't. I don't see anything here, but yeah, it should be. That's one of the probably in terms of records. This is probably one of the better games on the slate. The other decent one is Colts Texans. kind of Texans riding hot. Like they played Colts twice. They could kind of fight for the division too. Jags are in there as well. But yeah, it's Stan Jones probably versus the best defense he'll play all year.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do they react? You know, Texans coming on a long week.
Again, if
Colts
they can't get
just
the run
lost.
going, they're screwed. It's done. I mean, I don't think they.
Bills got a long TD on the run versus them, but after that, it was kind of nothing. So yeah, Michael Pittman's having a sneaky good season. Doesn't get a lot of like clout, I guess, because Taylor's on the team too. But he's having a really good year in terms of
He had a
fantasy,
hat-trick game,
especially.
didn't
Huh?
He had a hat trick game.
Pittman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
But it's just
Not sure.
interesting, like I said, for their division. Stroud is finally back. I don't know if you've been following that kind of saga. He almost missed a whole month with a concussion. He missed
Dang.
3 weeks.
Tua 2.0.
Yeah, so it'll be. He said he's ready, but you know, still kind of scary, of course, because concussions. We've seen, like you said, with Tua, just how bad they can get.
And it's
And
regressed so much.
Tua's easily not the same guy that he's been in the past, and especially when you watch his press conferences, it's like
Yes.
he's like, "Who's Cam Newton?"
It's connecting the dots.
So yeah, so we'll see. That's kind of something to watch in terms of that game. Pats Giants I think it's the Sunday night game. No, it's Monday night. Kind of just classic matchup in terms of, you know, those Super Bowls they played.
Hot take the Giants just for fun.
Darts get back
Yeah.
this week, so it's
Just for fun. Patriots, I don't
unfortunately
believe in
no
that,
Jameis.
that team,
Pats are on a 9-game winning streak.
which is they played like no one, right?
Yeah, I mean they beat the Bills in that one and the Bucks.
It was
but,
like a terrible game from Josh Allen, I think. So it was like,
It was just a weird game.
Yeah.
Bucks, we have nobody, so
no.
it's tough to be a Bucks fan. 'Cause so much the team's good if everyone's healthy.
Without
But even Baker's hurt
money
now.
line.
He's probably playing though, or he is playing. And then we'll shout out this for the Panthers fans that watch. Panthers play the Rams in Charlotte. I'm not sure what to expect in terms of like the city, because Rams are like they're the most fake team. Like
Yeah.
they have LA, so it's like people in LA don't really give a shit about sports. The
Well,
tickets are pretty cheap.
Really?
$22 to get in the door.
That's crazy.
Like the Bills
I
game,
might
it was like
pull up.
300 cheapest tickets, like 200,
Oh,
300
yeah.
bucks.
All right, maybe,
Bills fans
maybe that's the
travel.
benefit.
So that's tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Just to update the MVP race, so far, at least it seems like it's Drake May, Stafford at the top. I was just looking curiously yesterday. Stafford is minus 240 MVP odds, which is like, if you know
pretty
betting
good.
odds, it's like 80% or something.
Yeah,
70
unless
to
something
80.
crazy happens in the next couple of weeks, like it's pretty.
Because
it's a good
what did you
luck.
say it was? It was like 30 touchdowns to 2 picks.
In like the last 9 weeks or something? Like he's balling out. Like
And Panthers, we saw Trevon Moehrig punch Juwan Jennings in the cock, so he got suspended for 1 game, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Like, low key, if you have hella beef with somebody, I'd take a game to fucking punch him in the cock or spit on him.
no, I
like
mean you
Jamar
just
Chase.
late hit him. It's like the same like amount. You're gonna get fined. You're gonna get suspended. Just like lay him out. Like don't be
It was
like that.
crazy.
Don't be
Punching
just,
in the cock and like grab his dick and twist it.
Yeah,
It's like
and then-
crazy to watch in the NFL.
that's so stupid, dude. There's so many other ways to get back at somebody.
J.C. Horn out with a concussion, so it's looks like another opportunity for Stafford to kind of go crazy. And I also saw Devontae Adams is kind of like top-ish in the league in touchdowns, but all his catches like 1 yard
Yeah.
fades.
Which is, I think he might be the only player to still be able to like get a goal line.
He just
fade.
because it's like he'll
do-
destroy
and then-
you on the slant,
Low hands, and then
or he'll
just,
destroy you on the fade.
yeah, just perfectly.
So it's
just-
it's horrible because what are you gonna do? Like Calvin Johnson double team him? Like
no, it's
not
just-
really.
It also has he's had 2 quarterbacks that can place it like in the exact place that you need it to go.
so yeah, and
It is kinda
Puka, and it's crazy because Puka is so good himself, but just Adams takes all the touchdowns because
Yeah.
it's like I guess better in
They'll
the
run the
area.
fade of Puka too. They'll try to do it. It's different though. His is more of like the Calvin Johnson, like kind of lob ball.
Yeah,
And Devontae is like all like just throw it at the corner.
yeah.
and then just,
Like you throw it at a
Like
place.
late touches. Perfect.
So yeah, I don't know. Drake, like we were saying, do you think Drake May has a chance Like obviously, if the Rams lose like the rest of their games, maybe. But
I guess I don't know. Depending on this Giants game, this could be a moment where you find out because the Giants have enough juice in them, and we've seen to like
yeah,
beat the Pats. They could beat them, and whether or not if Drake May has like a good game against them, very competitive with Stafford. But I think if it's a struggling game where they just depend on like I don't know turnovers, you kind of like I
I
don't
think
know.
the odds when I just recheck the odds. Stafford's minus 270 now.
Yeah,
Drake May plus 360.
it's
Second.
a crazy job.
Yeah, like they think Stafford is the guy. There's still like 5 weeks left. There's like low-key a lot of time left in the season.
Yeah.
Third is Prescott plus 1,500. So there's like it's either May or Stafford right now.
Another guy I fucking hate, dude. Fuck Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
We'll bring out. I have a specific statistic that has been foolproof for guys who are gonna win rings and guys who don't. I'll bring that up later. Maybe when we start making money. It gets too specific.
Oh, okay.
It's the bitch made stat.
Yeah, Dak. I don't know. He's like the Joe Flacco of this generation. Like, is he elite or not? Like he has had his time in the shine, but he does throw up some hella stinkers.
He's also had a crazy talent around him.
Yeah, if I had Pickens and CD, I'd probably definitely have some touchdowns in my career.
Ferguson.
Yeah,
Monty Williams, who's not even bad. He's okay.
Yeah, it's like their team is super stacked, but like no one, they got Pickens for a third and a fifth. Like, why didn't anyone do that?
Crazy.
But now they have to re-sign him.
Year.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Do you see Jerry Jones said he would have traded a first-round pick in Micah Parsons for Quentin Williams?
Yeah, that's like I love lying.
Yeah.
It's like why would the Jets ever say no to that? And if the Jets did say no, that's like
it would be actually would make sense. They probably did send that offer and they said no.
They were like, "Are you joking?" No, yeah, that's like malpractice. A first and the best defensive end in the league, probably. Like arguably.
I guess outside linebacker.
Yeah, I saw a stat that he's like the first player ever to have at least 12 sacks in every year of his 5 years in a row. Yeah. And what was the deal? He signed 5 more years or 4 years?
Supermax, whatever it was. He's paid like
crazy.
$40 million a year.
Packers got insanely lucky that Jerry Jones is old.
I mean, they did give up a lot. There was a 2 firsts, a second, and
it wasn't as much as it
Kenny
should have
Clark.
been, though. Kenny Clark's like nothing.
But still.
Yeah, so got a lot of interesting things to watch down the stretch. A lot of division races, playoff races. Panthers, Bucks. Who's going to win that division as well for our Panthers fans?
Packers, Bears.
Yeah, Panthers' schedule is horrific, but you never know. They've upset before this season, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a parlay for this week. If you followed our parlay from last week, you were probably pretty upset like I was. It was crazy because it was Bears, Browns, Eagles. Bears won first 1 o'clock games, and it was a crazy kind of ending where the Steelers were driving to kind of win the game, but Bears stopped them. Browns, that was masterclass, plus 176, and it wasn't even close. Then the Eagles game was like 425, Browns is 405, so the Browns game had ended. Eagles up 21-0, I think, at half. And then, Eagles just came back on pause. 24-21 versus the Cowboys. It's super frustrating because, like, how do you choke that away? And it was literally probably my fault because I texted Anton at halftime. I was like, yes, the pod parlay is going to hit this week. That's going to be so awesome. And then, of course. So I'm sorry, guys. And dude, I'm just sad about last week, so I'm not going to do one this week.
Yeah, I'll skip making a parlay. I'm for 3 this week. I made
I've
$10 for all the games I just missed.
I've lost a lot of money the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Need to stop the bleeding somehow tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, dude. I'll send you something. I got a guy that I work with that made $1,300 from the Thanksgiving games.
Damn.
Off 100.
If Chase Brown got a touchdown, I would have won one of mine. But if there's a lot of ifs. So I'm just looking real briefly. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can commit to here. It is crazy. The Vikings, McCarthy's not playing. Max Brosmer, if you know who that is, he's playing.
Brosmer.
But they're playing the Seahawks, so they weren't going to win either way. But yeah, comment, subscribe, like, let us know who your favorite athletes of all time, or who you think the greatest in terms of kind of physical strength traits, or not physical strength, but just athletic
Like, what
traits.
do you think? Yeah, what's a
Jordan? He's
characteristic
probably
of-
in there too. Jump high, run fast.
Probably a good bit of NFL players. Probably, I mean, they all half of them play basketball. You could say Julius Peppers,
Yeah,
Chapel
that
Hill.
was another good one.
just
Let us
freaks.
know your kind of opinions, if you think Phelps should count kind of in that argument. But yeah, hopefully we had some hot takes for you guys this week.
Yeah, kind of a tired ep.
Post Thanksgiving, a lot going on, but
Yeah.
better late than never. Yeah, we'll see you next week.